I was asked to talk to you about funeral ministry in North Manchester during lockdown. I don't know whether everyone would agree with me, but I believe there's something really special about being invited to conduct a funeral service, which sets off a series of encounters and opportunities like nothing else we get asked to do. We get to enter a home normally with a notebook tucked under our arms, and then later prepare to meet a family at a chapel with words of hope. Except round about the middle of March, everything changed, and we were stopped from entering homes with notebooks, and we had to learn a new way of doing it, like we've learned new ways of doing lots of things. As the deaths from the virus increased in North Manchester and the funeral calls from the funeral directors started to come in, we had to find new ways of doing things. We switched, instead of visits, to phone calls with funeral families, video conferencing for a few who could do that. It works, just about. We released the funeral directors because we realised they were struggling more than we were. We released them to book times and dates without reference to us and our diaries, and we committed to finding a minister from within the clergy chapter. We ignored the parish boundaries, basically, and relied on the close working relationships of deanery colleagues that are just a gift, and we made sure that we never, ever had to say no to anyone. When the cars arrive now at the chapel and we don't even recognise the chief mourners, we know this is not the way it should be, nor the way we'd want it to be. When ensuring that there are just a handful of mourners with us in the chapel, we can't be anything other than sad. But then it's not really about us, our diaries, our parish boundaries, what we would like or prefer. I suspect that what we've learned in North Manchester is that we'll be remembered by the funeral directors and hopefully the families for adapting, for being there, for making sure that we can always say yes, and perhaps, hopefully, we pray those words of hope.